Hey everyone watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Tonight we're going to be running The Darkest House. Any of you that have watched any of my videos and many of the folks that are on here today know that typically we play on Fantasy Grounds and we play 5e or Pathfinder 2e, but tonight it's The Darkest House. So thanks for joining. It'll be interesting. We're using a VTT called Roll. It's a pretty cool tabletop, so hopefully it'll be fun for everyone. So with that, I am going to let the players introduce themselves, and again, say anything you guys want about your social media, where to find you. We'll start with who's next to me. Urash.
Good evening, Urash54. I'm playing Lance Stafford, who is an illusionist wizard, and I'm hoping that bodes us well in this haunted house.
Excellent. And at least on my screen, it is Rob Toohey that is next.
Yes, I am Rob Toohey, and my socials are Rob Toohey, R-O-B Toohey, right there, like that, in my camera. You can find me anywhere. I am playing Osmerk Habenak, and he has a Rapier of Warning, which I'm excited about. I don't think I know what that does. And to be honest, I you know me, Gwydion, I can't remember what my class is.
That's okay.
What is it?
It's a fighter. You're like a straight up fighter.
Oh yeah, fighter. Okay, that makes sense. I'm this guy. Okay, good. That's enough.
Awesome. All right, Lazy Stooner.
I'm Lazy Stooner. I'm playing Spantula, Wild Magic Sorceress, and my socials don't matter. So yeah, thank you.
Sounds good. Acer Sin.
Hey everyone, I am Acer Sin. He'll probably have linkies down below too. So Acer Sin, Sin with a Y, S-Y-N. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch as Acer Sin. I run a game there. I am playing Zarlis Duskrin. She is a drow cleric, and she is a follower of the Moonweaver, which is very apparent because of her symbolism and stuff that's on her. So not a secret there. And yeah, she's I'm really excited. I'm excited to have a new tabletop to try on, a new system. I enjoy learning new systems, so this should be a good time. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so you all have come to a place by various means, and each of you, in different ways, have either awakened or stepped into a room just like I'm showing you all. And starting with Urash, and again, sorry, I'm picking on you tonight, Urash, but starting with you, why don't you tell us, how'd you get here? What happened? And you have three unknown folks that are there with you.
All right, so I went back to my school of illusion to meet with some friends, and these guys clown around all the time, and someone switched up some of my components. I was trying to execute this spell, and I ended up here. That's all I know. And I'm going to kill him when I get back.
Excellent. Mr. I have to learn your character names so I get them right. Why is it not coming up? Rob, we'll turn it over to you so I learn your character.
Osmerk.
There we go. There we go.
So I was at the local pub drinking with a couple of the fellas, and then I don't really remember after that, so I probably had too much, and I woke up here, and when I woke up, the first thing I started to do was look for a mirror to see if there were penises drawn on my face. So that's how I got here.
All righty. Well, you came to the right place. All right.
There's one on the back of your head. You might not saw that.
Did you do that? Were you at the bar? This is what I want to know.
Yes.
Maybe.
All right, Spantula.
So I was pissing around with my wild magic, and yeah, wild magic does wild magic things, and here I am.
All right. Zarlis.
I was doing some much needed consultation with my goddess and was in very deep prayer. And after an extended period of time, I lifted my head and found myself kneeling on the floor of this room in prayer.
All right. So as you all kind of shake off the cobwebs and try to figure out where you are, I mean, it's a bit of an odd room. It's not like anything you've ever seen. There's some odd contraptions. If you look kind of straight ahead on a table, there's something that looks like maybe it's some type of brazier, but there's no fire in it. There's no candle. It's kind of, it seems very odd to all of you. So it's very much as you see it. There's a door behind you that kind of looks like it's the front door as you walk in. Closet to the right. So tell me what you all would like to do or explore.
I'll walk over to the brazier and see if it's warm. Just put my hand above it and see if it's recently been lit.
Okay. And as you're kind of walking towards that, you see kind of what looks to be a scrap of paper on the ground. And it looks like it's torn out of something, but you see that. Can you see that?
I can see it, yes.
Okay. So let me know if it's something that you want to share with others or if you're going to keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I'll read it off to my new friends. I'm going to call them new friends because this is kind of spooky here. Majori attempted to get me to leave the house today. You've been cooped up in there all winter, she said. I told her I wasn't well and that she should come back another day. I feel fine, of course, but I have no desire to interact with the world today. The girl from the grocery store brings me food and necessities every week. I have no need to walk about in the sun and see the sights. I have all the sights indeed here in the house and in my books. Fresh air holds no appeal, particularly in this cold Manta.
I think it's month.
Month, okay. Looks like Manta.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it like, what? That doesn't make sense. Perhaps in spring I'll venture out and make Marjorie happy. Summer at the latest. February 7th. Heard the child's laughter again today. Oh no. In this house. I suspect there will be some little animal in the walls.
Oh my God. Hello.
I like
All right.
children laughing.
I'm going to make that.
I'll hand it around if anybody wants to read it.
And that's now in your asset. So if you ever want to go back and look at it, you can. So, okay. So you walk over towards, and I can put that up again if you want to see it so everyone can see it. But you walk over. Oh, that is not what I wanted to show. Wrong thing. Preview. Spoiler alert. So as you're walking over there, you notice that it's not lit. There's kind of an odd cord behind it, but it's not lit.
Okay, an odd cord behind the brazier.
Yes. Yes.
Does it look like it has some igniting mechanism on it, or a plug in the wall or something?
Looks like there's some kind of little switch. So sure, yeah. There's like a switch on the side of it.
I look around. I'm flipping it. I flip the switch to see what happens.
And then there's just this weird illumination that brightens just that area just a bit, which is really strange. There's no flame, nothing, but it lights up.
All right. I will back away slowly and let someone else do some investigating in the closet.
Yes.
That's someone braver than me.
That's what I thought. Osmerk has decided he'll brave the closet door to see what might be inside.
Okay. So you make your way over to the closet, and it's kind of partially open. And as you look at it, there's a shelf, slightly above your head. It has a single glove, so there's just one glove in it, as well as what looks to be an umbrella, and it looks like it's broken. And then on the floor, you see a cardboard box, kind of a smallish box, and it looks like it holds some pieces of mail within it.
Okay. Can I see the whole shelf where my head is? Can I see everything that's on it and it's just a glove?
Yep,
Okay.
a glove, a broken umbrella, and yeah, that's all you see on the shelf.
So I'll reach down and take out the letters
Okay.
and maybe bring them out to the table or whatever, so we can
Sure.
have a look-see and everybody can check it out.
Okay.
And I'll say, hey, everybody, look, I found some letters.
So amidst kind of a handful of flies that look like they've been dead for some time, you see what look to be these really old pieces of mail. One of them is...
Sorry, I forgot you could do that.
Oh, no problem. No. I was like, wait, do I need to stop? So one of them is it looks like it's some kind of offer from something called an insurance agent. Kind of odd. The other one is some type of, it's got it looks like a type of postcard with some type of advertisement that talks about a local hardware store where you can get tools or something of that nature. And there's also an invoice from a mail order, something about these two books, Automatic Writing and The Bell Signals Night. And you also, kind of underneath these pieces of paper, you see a small bit of torn canvas, and it has a large green eye painted on it. And the eye seems to be somewhat life-size, kind of like the size of a normal eye. And that's everything in the box.
That's abnormal. I don't know what a hardware store is, but it sounds like someplace that I would enjoy.
What is the GM? What is the time frame of our adventure? Is it? I mean, hardware store. Is it a modern day kind of a thing, or?
No idea. You have no idea.
Okay.
You just woke up here and
I'm just
no clue.
Okay. So we don't even have a sense of how long we've been alive or whatever. Okay.
Nope. It's just, I mean, you just think about, you just finished an adventure. You just woke up. You're in your normal fantasy, realm, and you wake up here.
Okay. Time travel. Okay. What about you two? Do you guys want to do anything in the room?
I wouldn't mind opening up some cupboards. I like the sound of books.
He wants the books.
Yes.
Sure. So you go over to the closet, and they open. They're completely empty, bare, nothing in them at all, but devoid of any shelves. There's not even any shelves in there, but all the drawers open as you'd expect.
So much wasted space. Jeez. I'm out of ideas, ladies and gents.
And there's also, in addition to everything you see, there's also a kind of a little, what appears to be a hallway, obviously, between the chair and this table, and everything else you see in here, drapes and something underneath all these things. And so, yeah, whatever you'd like to do.
Zarlis is going to start lifting the material up off of the furniture that's in the room.
Sure.
And taking a look at it all.
Yeah, as you take all of the covers off, you see what appears to be a chair, but interesting fabric. I mean, it's the way it's crafted is not something that you've ever seen before. Same thing as you go and lift off the sheet on what appears to be kind of a big couch. And you see the table looks like a normal table. So as you've kind of uncovered everything, it looks like some pretty dusty old furniture is what you see. And then kind of behind the couch, looks like it's just the drapes for a window outside.
Ooh, what do I see if I open the drapes?
So as you open the drapes, it's completely black. Nothing.
What?
And even with your experience and your vision, completely black. Nothing. It's like you're staring into nothingness.
This is not. There's something not right. There's nothing. There's the only time this happens is when I'm surrounded with a spell of some sort. Is it possible that this strange place is... She'll kind of look over at any one of the other random people in the room and can you see out into that?
Osmerk will look, and I'm assuming I see the same blackness.
Completely black. Yep.
And I will surmise that maybe we're trapped in some kind of void, or... I mean, we can obviously breathe and everything here. So it could be a force field, or who knows, but that is odd.
Except
Yeah,
for the
looking
cool
at
bag of
that,
holding.
Seeing we're inside of bed. Seeing the blackness outside the window as she opened the drapes makes me really want to go down this hallway right now, because all of a sudden I feel like I got to get out of here.
Yeah, this brazier is like nothing I've ever seen before too. It lights up, but there's no fire. I've never seen anything like that. And this decor in this room,
We must be on another plane or something, because
Yeah, exactly.
I have never seen things crafted in this manner, and this flooring looks like leaves, but then at the same time it's not leaves.
All right. And one thing I'll say, just quickly, somewhat out of character, if you do take anything, tell me what you're taking, and let's put it on your equipment, just so we remember. If you've taken anything from the room or want something in your inventory, I want to make sure I know that you've taken it with you.
You should bring the brazier that lights.
I wouldn't mind snatching
With no
that
flame.
eyeball. Might be able to use it in a spell someday.
Okay.
The what?
The canvas with the green eye on it.
Yeah.
He said.
Oh, okay.
So whichever one of you wants it, just talk amongst yourselves and put it on your under your equipment if you want it.
does that
want it,
hallway
you
look
can
a
have
bit
it.
dark?
The hallway looks very dark. Yes.
So as people are gathering up their trinkets that they'd like to have, I am going to start walking down the hall.
Okay.
Lance will follow them too,
I have
Okay.
this overwhelming sense to get the hell out of here.
and I'll cast light if we need it.
Okay. I mean, Osmerk, as you start walking down the hallway, you get about 3 or 4 feet in, and it's pitch black.
And
Rosh,
the same black as out the window.
doesn't seem exactly the same. It seems very, very dark, but it doesn't seem exactly the same. And
Okay.
so if
Yeah, I'll let Lance catch up to me, and then so he can put the light.
okay,
Yeah.
so Lance, do me a favor and let's do our first roll.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Stand by.
So-
everybody, stand by.
So do your 2d6. So go down to your roll where it says attack, action, defend. That's going to be your standard.
All right.
Okay, so roll that and then do your overall rating. So the +3. Oh no, that's Rob, but same thing.
Got it.
Okay, and then go ahead and roll. Okay, so you got a 10 against a 7. Now what I need you to do is roll the house die. So the house die should be just below your attack, action, or defend.
I need to
And
clear
just-
the other one out
Yeah, clear the other one out, and then
All right.
okay. All right. So you're fine. The light comes on. You might, if you have a spell slot, make sure you take it out, and it does illuminate the hallway. And the one thing I was going to mention is, remember with the house die, if it's above either of your other 2 dice, then something happens. But you've lit up the hallway, and you see about 20 feet ahead of you, you see a door.
All right, and I think it was a cantrip, but do I use a spell slot for it?
Yeah, there's not really any cantrips here, so yep, you would use a spell slot.
All right, I subtracted a level 1 spell slot. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What did you say we saw at the end of the hall?
It's a door. So it's the vague outline of a door. Yep.
Open it.
So, all right.
He's gonna do it.
Okay. All right. So you open
Slowly.
it. And you open it, and it opens into a huge room. Wooden flooring, brick walls, these pillars that rise just floor to ceiling. And they're all in a single row as you kind of look off to the right, just as you're coming in this door. You see them all lined up in a nice row. On the left-hand side, even with your light spell still going, it's really unusually dark. You can make out just a little bit, and then your light spell, almost like it just almost extinguishes. It's lighting up a little bit in front of you, but otherwise it's super, super dark. And you see these high windows up on the right side of the room as well.
So
All
we,
right, as
we
I
don't
pass through, go ahead.
we don't see that creepy AF girl standing there.
As you think that, you kind of hear this.
Oh my god! No.
Screechy. I will step to the right so that he can come through the door too and go. I heard something. Do you hear that?
I heard it. I thought you were going to say I'll step back and turn my light on.
And you think you see it as you think you see that image, it's gone. You don't see anyone that thinks they saw something. That you don't see anything.
Okay.
I'll come in behind them and be like, "Hey, I heard a child's laughter. It sounded fun."
Yeah,
That's no
I
big
saw.
deal.
I saw the child. We saw it,
Yeah.
but it's not there now.
It's just a
Sure,
reflection.
sure.
No, but seriously. All right. Well, let's go in. I guess. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about going forward or going back. So we'll just go forward.
That's all we
And
can
I'll
do.
go in. Yeah, I'll go in I'll go in as far as the light will allow me to.
Okay.
And then maybe we wait for Zarlis and Spantula to catch up.
I'll follow, and I'll weave in and out of the columns, just like do, like to walk amongst the forest.
I think Zarlis is going to try to bring that brazier with, like pick it up off the table and carry it with.
You try to do that, and it does not come up off the table. It will not budge.
Okay. Yep, then she'll just follow the rest of the group, wandering behind them.
Okay.
Was that the sound?
That's right.
Oh boy.
So Spantula, how far are you just continuing to keep walking as far as you can, or tell me what you're doing?
Yeah,
Is everyone? Yeah.
I'll
go
walk
ahead.
until I run into like a spot where I can't see any further.
Okay. All right. So you keep going, and it starts to light up a little bit more for you, and as you keep going, it starts looking very dark behind you, and it's starting to get very, very challenging to make out the rest of your party.
I'll be like, "You guys coming? I can barely see you from here, and it looks like it's getting brighter ahead." So,
And the rest of you are looking at him like, what is he talking about? It's light where we are.
there's something going on here. I'll walk towards him kind of halfway between and see if I can see him better, as long as I have sight of Osmic and
Osmerk.
Zarlus. Osmerk and Zarlus. Kind of bridge the gap.
Okay. I mean, he hasn't completely gone out of your vision, so he does start to come into, a little more clarity. You can see him a little bit better.
So yeah, some reason the further we go down this room, we start to fade from sight, even though there's light down there and light at the other end. Huh. I'll walk down and join Spatula and see if the others want to join us.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick close to Lance because of the light.
Okay. Okay. So as you keep walking, and it's as Zarlus, are you kind of walking with him, or are you guys okay? So you guys are all kind of walking together.
Absolutely.
You keep walking, and you keep seeing pillar after pillar after pillar, and it looks just oddly the same. Although you come across, you swear you saw a hole in the floor back where you were, but now that you've gone much deeper into the room, you swear you see another hole that's kind of made up of these floorboards that have been pulled up in the floor.
Do the holes look the same, or were they different?
I mean, you didn't look super closely at it, but it looks awfully the same to you.
So, and it's still just pillars and pillars in front of us?
Yeah, and just darkness. I mean, just when you think you're getting a little bit closer to the light, it gets darker again, and it's super dark to the left.
A little further and see if there's a third hole, and maybe that means we're on like a loop or something. Unless anybody wants to look in the hole right now.
Yeah,
I'm willing to walk a little bit longer before I look down the hole.
Okay, so let's go that same distance again and see if we. It's like one of those the Flintstones where they run and it's just the same lamp and the same window, and they keep running for like a mile, and and they're in a house, but it's the same thing over and over.
I think Zarlus is going to stay standing at the hole.
Okay.
Now, so when we walk, do we lose sight of Zarlus, or can we still see her?
It depends. Just tell me how far you want to walk. If you're walking towards to kind of look to see if you run into another kind of hole in the floor. You're walking. You're starting to lose sight of her. So it's up to you if you want to keep walking or, what you want to do.
So we're either going to see a hole or no hole, or she's going to be in front of us. We would have, you know what I mean? Like that'll be a good test.
Okay.
See if we come up behind her.
Okay.
So kind of spread out and keep an eye on each other, and keep going and kind of fill the gap.
You talking about staggering it so it goes far until we can just barely see her, and then one person volunteer to stop?
Yeah,
I'll volunteer to stop at the second stop.
All right. All right. So you keep walking a bit more. Who's going to stop at the second stop?
I'll stop until Spatula starts to get a little fuzzy, and I'll stop there and spur my friend on.
And I'll walk as far as I can see with his light source.
Okay.
And so after 4 people spread out, we didn't run into another hole, huh?
You're just, as you keep walking, I kind of sent you a little whisper, but as you keep walking, you come across what looks to be another hole.
But no Zarlus? Oh, I guess I can't tell, so.
And in front of me, so I saw your whisper, but do I see anything besides Lance?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna voice, I'm gonna just call down to Lance and say, I hear this young giggling girl again over here somewhere. And I'm assuming I don't really sense what direction it is. I can just hear it.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
So
and there's another hole. So now I'm gonna look at this hole and see. I would have looked at the second hole pretty close to see if this hole matches it or if it's slightly different, or what do I think?
It looks the same to you. The best you can make out, it looks like the same hole to you.
Okay. So that's super weird. So same hole, but no Zarlus.
That's right.
Okay.
He can't see anything, down in it.
I mean, it looks like
I'll look in the hole.
So it looks like it's pried up, and the hole kind of continues down, but it seems like it curves a bit down to one side. It only seems to be a few feet deep, but it looks like it feels like it kind of curves down underneath and to the left.
I just like to point out we've been playing 20 minutes and we've split the party as much as we can right now. We're all individually. I think I'm going to
That's that professional role play right there.
That's right. I'm going to start walking back toward Lance because I'm too scared to do anything else.
I'm going to gradually move away from him to trip him out.
Like, I'll see him there, but I can't get I keep getting closer, but I don't. It's like that Monty Python, and then all of a sudden he's right there.
I'll yell loud enough to my team that I thought I saw a shadow just at the pillar past me a little ways, and I tried talking to it, and there was no response.
Oh.
Yeah.
That could be this little girl or not, whatever. Who knows what's happening?
All right, so we're heading back
confused.
to Spatula, and I guess we'll make our way back to Zarlus and maybe investigate the first hole. Is that what we want to do?
Yeah, so and I'll say, so when we're all four back together, I can say, well, there's 3 holes, and they look to be the same, or ish. So I look down in the 3rd hole. This sounds like sex talk. There's 3 holes. I looked down in the 3rd hole, and it was a curved.
It kind of seems like it doesn't just go straight down. It kind of curves underneath the floor where you can't see it, but it feels like it continues just a little bit further down there.
Like a tunnel that you would have to crawl in, or
no? It just feels like it's just like a little cutout underneath the floor.
Okay.
So.
And we did look in the 2nd hole, but maybe we can all look in the 1st hole now and see if it's some kind of a deal. Since we're here.
So are you reach?
Kind of put my light down a little bit on my staff to kind of illuminate it a little bit.
Okay.
The floor level, but just above the floor level.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of illuminates, and it looks like you can just kind of catch a glimpse of what looks to be some kind of object that's just tucked up underneath the floorboard. Probably within reach, if, probably.
Get it. And nobody's volunteering.
I'll hold the light here for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll rock, paper, scissors you to see you sticking your arm down there.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
1, 2, 3, shoot. What'd you? Yep. Okay. One more time.
Right.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Damn it.
Okay, you have to go.
I'll put my arm in the hole trying to grab whatever it is.
So
we're rock, paper, scissoring to see.
So as you reach down, you're kind of like fumbling around down, and your hand kind of touches what feels to be a large, like, metallic object.
Can I try and pull it up?
Okay.
Out of the hole.
So you pull this up, and it's this ornate pewter mantle style clock. And it looks like it does have 2 clock faces. The clock on the left, you can't quite tell the time, but the clock on the left seems to be maybe around, 8 o'clock. And the clock on the right seems to be at around 10 o'clock. But you can't, it's just varying, but it looks like it's somewhere in that range.
I'm going to push the 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Just like, change it so it matches. Because the OCD is bugging me about that already.
So you're going to set them to the same time, like the 8 to like where the second one is? Okay. As you do that, a dozen blood red eyes with these stingers that are attached to the eye that's coming out of the eye start swarming around you. And I need you to give me a a roll. So do 2d6. So do your attack roll plus your standard character rating, and then do a -3,
Ooh.
which is the rating of this, and go ahead and roll away.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay, now we'll remember that. So you have a 2 and a 3. So I'm going to have to think about how to do this in the future. But go ahead and roll the house die.
Ooh, dang.
Okay.
I'll
So-
go for one.
Couple things. One, you can invoke the house die, and you can automatically, or not automatically, but in this case, you would succeed. But in addition to the house acting, other bad things happen when you invoke the house die. So you can do it, but it could cause other issues. So if you don't, then tell me, and if you do, tell me that too.
I will not
Okay.
invoke the house die. I have a
Okay.
bad feeling in my gut about that.
All right. So do you, well, actually, I'm going to whisper this to you and you can share what you want.
Did everyone else see the eyeballs with stingers coming out? That's
Yes,
open air.
yes,
Yep.
they do.
I'm standing right here, Spatula.
And as you read that, Spatula, on your character sheet, give yourself a wound with a rating 3 as you are mentally traumatized. So if you go down and you click on that first mental wound, you can type in whatever you want. You should be able to type in. If you can't, just change the 0 to a 3.
I cannot change the 0, but I can definitely put a 3 in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, you can't? You should be able to. There should be a little pencil if you hover over it.
Yep. You were
Okay,
correct.
perfect.
It
Good.
unlocks it when you click the pencil.
Awesome. Okay. And as you do that, all of you hear the sound of these incredibly heavy footsteps. You can't, it feels like they were coming from where the door was, but you all kind of turn around and there is no door anymore.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about what just happened to me. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. That's great.
And I also
So,
don't like these steps and a missing door.
Did the eyed creatures disappear or go away?
They do after they kind of swarm around, kind of basically it looks like you almost saw them touch or somehow sting Spatula, and then they kind of wink out.
All right. Maybe the guy, whoever's approaching, wrote this letter, and they can help us get the heck out of here. I'm going to kind of extend my light over in the direction of the footsteps we hear, just to see if anyone's approaching.
Okay. Don't see a thing.
Did you set the clock to the wrong time?
Yeah, I put them both to 10 o'clock. This one on the left used to be 8 o'clock, and the one on the right was 10 o'clock, roughly. And I put them both to 10 o'clock.
Perhaps they both need to be 8 o'clock.
I just hand the clock over. I'm like, yeah, go right ahead. I don't even want to talk about it or
No one
touch
is
it.
brave. No one wants to do shit.
No. I seen some shit, man. I seen some shit.
So do you set him, Zarlis, to 8 o'clock?
She'd kind of look at him, and I think she'd probably set them both to 8 o'clock. See what happens.
Nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course that's how
50-50
it
chance
works,
there. 50-50.
Is there, can I take a look at these clocks and see, is there any sort of opening or like compartment on the back? Maybe the face pulls up. I don't know. Does it look like?
Doesn't look like it. The only thing that seems to move are the faces, or the.
What if I set them both to midnight?
Nope. You set them both to midnight, and nothing happens. And you hear in the, you kind of all hear in the background, silly adults.
Should we break them open?
What time is it, little girl? Should we break them open?
She says, later than you think.
1:15. We'll try 1:15.
We could put them back in the hole. Put it back in the hole. So the door seems to have disappeared, so we probably can't exit that way now, right?
Yep.
So do we want to go forward and follow this
We can
route
go to
its
the second
conclusion?
hole. I mean, there was a freak show in the first one.
Yeah, let's go take a look and see what's inside it. Yeah.
Yeah. I want someone else to see what I saw. Yeah. That's it.
So are you all taking the clock and going to the next section, or what are you doing?
I think so. Unless anybody objects, we'll do that.
Okay. So you make your way to the other pried up floorboard. And so what are you doing?
I'll look to see if there's an
I'll
object
shine
in
my
there.
light.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing in there. Completely empty.
Nothing in there.
Nope.
No, well, I did my job. Discovered nothing.
We got a third hole.
Yep.
That's what my prompt is.
Go to the next one.
Let's go to the next one. And
So you
shine
make
the
your
light.
you make your way down there again, and it's completely empty.
All right. Well, this is as far as we've been, so we can keep going. But what about these clocks? I don't know. Of course, they might not mean anything. Some you always think everything is something, but sometimes stuff isn't anything.
I think Zaros will hand one of them to somebody and be like, set it to 1 o'clock. And she'll set one clock to 1.
All right.
You
Who
said
did you hand the other one to?
Whoever takes it, she'll just
1
hold it
o'clock.
out.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. 1 o'clock, and I'll set it to 1 o'clock.
so. So you take one and you set one to 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and then I
to
set the other
1 and
one.
1 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Okay,
gonna set them both to 1.
As soon as you set one to 1 o'clock, you all disappear
What the?
and you appear in another room. And the room is very bare, very plain. It looks a little bit like, if I can find it. Looks like this. So you're in this room, very empty room, with the exception of a large blue rug with gold embroidery that's lying on, what appears to be a stone floor. And it's worn, it's very old, stained, blood stains, who knows? But it looks very old, and it looks almost like they're scrubbed away, like someone had been furiously trying to kind of remove whatever the stain was there. And then you see up ahead 2 passageways, kind of curve either to the right or to the left. And you also see what appears to be very stout doors in front of you.
Mm-hmm. I'm still struggling with we disappeared and then we just reappeared here somewhere.
You see, my character's used to a little bit of fucked up shit happening like that, so she's gonna take a closer look at the carpet to see if it's like freshly scrubbed away bloodstains or ancient scrubbed away bloodstains.
It looks like they're pretty old. I mean, they look worn. They do not seem fresh at all. So they seem pretty worn to you.
I'll be like, all right, sweet. No one's died here for a while. Might be all right.
So Lance will pull up one side of the carpet and see if there's anything under it.
Okay. As you do that, you see another scrap of paper. So I will share that, even though you can certainly, I'll let you read it if you'd like, Lance.
Sure. Yeah. April 7th, the bong key allowed me into the armory for the first time. Oh, we got an armory in this.
And it's the bone key. It's hard to read, but it's the bone key. Yep.
Okay, bone key. There, that makes more sense. I had no idea there was such a place in the house. I took a knife from there that seemed to want to leave with me. Oh, one of those kind of knives. April 9th. This eager knife, I think that's what
Yep, that's right. That's right.
To kill. I should return it to the armory. I'm afraid of that place, however. Something dwells there now. I can feel it. I can smell it. Like metal shavings and newly drawn blood. Whatever it is like the knife. Perhaps they are one. Perhaps they should be reunited. And we don't see a knife under the carpet, do we?
You do not.
Cool sentient weapon. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Elrich. Soul knife.
All right. So you have some very stout doors ahead of you, and you have two passageways, one up to the right and one up to the left. I can put it back up if you want, but pretty plain.
It's in the assets.
No, I did share it, and did I leave it?
Oh, you're talking about the room. No, I thought you meant
The room. No, just the notes.
None of the rooms are in there.
No, you don't. I mean, you can certainly, if you ever want something, I might put it back up. But for now, I'll leave the.
I like that you said might.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. So there's the hallways and the doors.
That's correct.
What does everybody think?
Well, I'm not incredibly strong, so I don't really feel like booting down a door. Does the door look like it has a key slot in it?
That is a good question.
Also,
it does. It does have a key.
Does the door just open if I push on it or pull on it?
It does not.
Okay.
It seems very, very sturdy. I mean, you all look at it and you really don't think there's any way that you're going to be able to open it without having the right key. It just seems overpowering for you all.
Gonna need
we
that.
We don't see a bone key laying
bong
around.
key
Anywhere,
yet.
Yeah.
You do not. You do
No
not.
bong key? What? Why not?
Right.
We need one.
It's paraphernalia,
Yeah, we need one. All right, so left hallway, right hallway, or the very popular both at the same time. What do you guys think?
To
I'm
the
not
right.
really looking forward to splitting up, so I'll just follow wherever someone wants to go because I'm still
Should
a
we
bit
use
shook.
the always go right rule, or is it always go left? I can never remember.
Well, are any of you skilled at picking locks?
Oh,
I am not. I'm good at blowing shit up and lighting stuff on fire.
I'm a fighter. I doubt I'm good at anything except for.
I have the knock spell. You want to try that big door with the knock
Oh, nice.
spell?
I have second wind, so I'm standing by. Standing by for
It's
everybody.
worth a try.
Yeah, do knock.
All right, it's going to cost me a spell slot, so I may not protect you later. I will cast knock on the door.
Okay. So give me your attack roll with your standard rating and do a -9.
Oh,
Shit.
damn.
That's not even possible.
Yeah. He's got to roll a 7 is all. 7 or higher. I think.
I get. It says I get 9 banes, but I don't know what that means. But I'll try. Just kidding. All right, -9. Where do I -9?
The modifier. The modifier I should have.
Modifier. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Got it.
Tried to give some foreshadowing there and warning. Did you find the -9 or no?
Just +5, or I mean +4 is the highest one.
No. But if you go down to let's see.
Modifiers.
Yeah, modifiers. There should be -1 through -10. all the way
I
to
see 'em. Okay.
yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
That's right.
There we go. I was looking at their modifiers.
All right, so
All right.
roll away.
6. Got a 7. I'm gonna go 12. 2 6s. Come on.
All right. So do me a favor separately. So you got a 6 and a 2. Roll the well, actually it doesn't matter because you can't, the house die won't be above that. So but you do not open the door. You fail. Yes. And you definitely now have the sense that there's no way you're going to open that.
We're in a
F
weird
is for
place, man.
file.
Well, looks like we're going to the right.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm down.
to the right then.
To the right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you pass in, there's just a simple door. It looks, just like a basic door. So would you like somebody like to open it up?
Oh,
Or try to open it up?
Oh, down the hall's the door. Yeah, I'll just open the door if I can open it.
Okay. So as you open it, it does creak open, and it smells as you open the door of just death. And if misery is a smell, it smells like misery too. And as you're looking in this room, you see basically the size of a person cage, what looks like a bird cage, but it's about 9 feet off the floor. And the floor is just covered with carcasses, bones, just completely stripped of all flesh. But it's just piles. You have to just kind of wade through it if you keep going through the room. Cobwebs all over the room, and line the walls. There's these odd open cabinets that are littered throughout the room.
I'll hold the door open if you want to go get that treasure.
What treasure?
It looks like, from where you are, you can even see in the cage, it looks like there is some type of skeletal body in the cage as well.
And it's 9 feet up.
Does any of it look fresh?
The bodies all look desiccated, so no, they look old. Nothing looks fresh to you at all.
I'll tell Osmark, I'm like, hey, look, doesn't look like anyone's died in here for a while. Might be safe. I'll be 5 steps behind you. That's just so I can get fireball off it with fair warning.
1, 2, 3, 4. The door's been closed. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I would rather check the door down the left hall first before we go in here. I say we go back and look at that.
I agree.
Right.
Okay.
You're the brave one. We'll follow your lead.
So we'll go back and wrap around to the other side and do that. See
Okay.
if there's also a door there.
Yep. That sounds good. And it's the same type of door, very plain and
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to plug my nose this time just in case, and then I'm going to open the door.
Okay. So the door opens, and this time you see a large rectangle chambers with bookcases along 3 different walls.
Ooh.
Oh,
So-
somebody's going to get excited.
Yeah, got
So there's also a simple wooden desk and a matching chair, and the desk has some type of light source on top of it. But there's a bookshelf on the left, straight ahead to the right, and then there's a kind of a somewhat smallish, but maybe about 6 foot high door that's just to the right of the bookcase in the center.
I'll
So the
immediately
room is lit
start
up by the
perusing
light?
books. See if there's anything I'd recognize.
So like left,
It could
right,
be magical.
left, right.
Yeah, left, right, center
Okay.
is what my process would be.
So as you kind of looking and investigating the shelves, tons of books, but there's a few that catch your eye. One that's titled "The Dream Eaters" And it kind of seems like a standard novel set in a land of dreams. Let's see. Stand by 1 second. Actually, I'll say you do notice that the book seems somehow to radiate a bit of magic. I mean, you're a sorceress, and you kind of understand magic, so it vaguely has some type of magical property to it. You also see a book that is titled "The Eyes of the Child," and it's a book about whimsical notions about seeing the world through kind of innocent eyes. But as you look at it, what's more odd is there's a small bit of torn canvas with a large green eye painted on it. And it seems pretty life-size.
I'll take them both the books, and I'll take that canvas and add it to my other canvas eyeball.
Okay.
I put something in our group chat in Discord. That's that lamp you see in every movie you've ever watched. If you notice, I swear to God, half the movies you've ever seen have a scene with that lamp in it.
Nice. It's like the Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that was the left bookshelf. So I don't know if someone else wants to look at another bookshelf, or you want to keep whatever. What is everybody?
Sit at the desk for a second. And is there an open? Is there an open book there?
So Osmerk, as you go to the desk, there's no drawers or cabinets. But so what are you doing? Just tell me, like, what exactly are you doing at the desk?
I'll sit down at the desk and take a look at that book that's open there, and see, is it a ledger? Is it just a regular book that has info? Like, what is it?
It looks like maybe it was some type of ledger, but you can't really decipher the right. It doesn't look like there's anything of note. Nothing real intelligible in it at all.
Is it a language I don't understand?
No, it's just scribbles and gibberish, and so it's not really that you don't understand it. It's just doesn't seem like it's anything that really has any thought put to it. Just maybe like doodles and scratches.
Does it look like maybe a child wrote it, or I can't tell?
You can't really tell. Yeah, you're not sure.
All right. I think that'll be what I do for the moment.
So Zarlis, what are you doing?
Zarlis is going to go check the other bookshelf.
Do you want to check
around in that
center or right?
Check the center one.
Okay. All right. So you head towards the center, and it's packed of all different types of books, but as you get close and you're just about to kind of take a look and maybe see what you can find on the shelf, the books start moving just incredibly fast, and they're kind of all shuffling. And after they've done that for a couple seconds, everything stops, and it's almost like the house has gone even more completely dead silent. And it takes you a minute to look on the shelf and see what it's. But as you kind of back up and you look closer at it, it clearly spells out the word stop.
How does it spell out the word stop?
Literally, the spines are out to where it's spelling the word.
Oh, okay.
Stop.
So like they're out like an inch forward.
Yep,
So they look
exactly.
raised. Oh,
yep,
okay.
Exactly. Yep.
These books are spelled. I am beginning to think that a truly powerful archmage or something lives here and is toying with us. Stop
very
what?
Possible. Very likely, even.
If I put my hand up by some of the books that moved, do they do anything? Do they react at all?
They do. And as you do that, you see them all in a blinding flash rearrange again. And now, instead of stop, you see what appears to be a massive handprint that's formed in the shape of these books that are out, almost as if to say, stop.
I feel as though the books do not want us looking at them.
Urash, while she's doing that, I should say, Lance, what are you doing while Zarlis is looking on the back shelf?
I'm going to move over to the one on the right that Spatula didn't go to. And, after seeing all that freaky stuff going on down behind Oshmerk, sorry, I put an H in there. I'm going to check out the right bookcase.
Okay, and Zarlis, you can definitely keep going. Let me just for a second. I'll let Lance take a look at the right. And there's all kinds of nonfiction on the right hand side. There's let's see. So what are you doing? Just kind of looking through the shelves, or tell me kind of what you're doing with it?
I'm trying to look at maybe a book that stands out, or maybe look at the dust on the shelves and see if any of them have been moved recently.
Give me another roll with your normal kind of your normal rating.
All right.
And then do a -3. And make sure you do the 2d6. And then the -3.
-3. You got it. And no boons or banes.
Not unless you have one I don't remember your character yet. I'm still learning them all. Not unless you have something I put on that always gives you a boon or a bane on something. This is like a perception investigation. So.
Yeah, I don't think I have an intelligence, but let's do it without anything.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Nice.
Very nice. Now, so you got 2 5s separately. Roll the house die for me.
Okay.
Okay.
2.
So as you're looking on the shelf, you notice you're kind of, it almost looks like a book, but then as you're looking closer, you realize that it's a box that is disguised to look like it had a spine. That's the outside of it. That's one of the sides, but it's really a wooden box. So the spine says history, but you now have this wooden box in your hands. What do you do?
All right. I'll bring it over to the desk and see if Osmark wants to take a look at it inside it.
Okay.
I can open it if he doesn't want to. I was trying to get you to participate.
It's
You're
like
relaxing.
it's like you bring it over and you go, here, do you want to look inside that?
Right.
Hey, let's check this out. By the way, you should open
I'll do
it.
I'll participate, as it were.
Okay. So you open, and as you open it, inside you find a gold pocket watch that looks like it might be. You don't know that it's worth a ton of money, but it looks like it might be worth something. But it's a gold pocket watch.
Well, the first thing I do is set it to 1 o'clock.
Nice.
Because I can't help myself.
It doesn't seem to be working, but it does move to that. But it doesn't move or anything. I mean, it does move, but it doesn't continue to move.
I'm going to pocket that. What's up? I'm super clever, everybody. Yeah, and then I'll say, we got this if we need it, everybody. We got this. Now, was it in like a box or a?
It was in like a wooden box. Yeah, a small wooden box.
Okay, I'll just close that and put it on the desk. I don't think we need that unless anybody wants a wooden box.
So Zarlis
is in the box.
Nope. I mean, yeah. I mean, you don't see anything else. Nope. Zarlis, what else do you want to do? I mean, you've seen this thing spell out stop. Seen a hand. What do you like to do?
Reading the spines, not actually trying to interact with it, but reading the spines. Is there anything that catches my eye here?
There's not. I mean, nothing on the spines that catches your eye at all.
Should I reach out and touch them again and see what they say next?
I'm game.
I will stand an extra couple feet farther back.
Okay. Are you gonna go? Just go ahead.
She's hold on a second. I just gotta. Okay. She's gonna kind of stop for a minute and lower her head for a second, and she muttered to herself, something along the lines of like, "Mistress, guide me," and I'm gonna activate Blessing of the Trickster.
Okay.
So to boon to defense for dex related stuff, and then I'm gonna reach out and touch reach out for the books again and see if they do something.
Okay. As you do that, the books start flying off the shelves towards you, and you can roll your defense, but obviously this time you can do it with a boon, 100%. So that was great.
Nice. Good call.
And so let me see, I can pull up your character sheet, but I don't know if you have a separate rating for your dexterity, but if you do, you can use that. If not, use your normal rating, and then make sure to add a boon.
I have modified rating 1, resisting physical. Physical defense. I have a +4.
So use the 4. Yep, use the 4.
Okay.
Use the boon, and then roll your 2d6, and then do a -4.
2d6, and then roll the.
And then yeah. I know. Yeah, but there's a lot there. It was good though.
Yeah. How do I add
the boon? You should be able to just click on the where is it?
It'll be right underneath the house die in your player.
Yep. Right.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then make sure, if you haven't already, to do the -4 modifier, unless you've already done that.
Well, I did the +4. I didn't do the -4. So now I'll do the -4. So that takes it down to 0. So that negated my physical defense. Okay, so I actually get to roll 3d6 then because I have the boon, right?
That's right. So, yep, you got them all there. So
I have 3 circles and a 0. So it's 7 versus 3 circles and a 0, and then hit roll.
Yep, you got it. Okay. And now what you can do.
Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Jesus.
Wow. Now, roll the house die.
I don't like this game anymore.
Oh, sorry. Clear it all out. Yeah, clear it all out, and then roll the house die.
Done.
Oh my God, so funny.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, at least that worked for me.
That's it.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, so now this is the first time we're going to roll damage. So there should be underneath the boon and bane, roll the damage die.
Okay, I have a +4 to resisting physical damage. So can I add that?
Hold on 1 second. I got to go back and look. So yes. So do, let's see. Yeah. So you're going to roll the 1d6. You're going to add 4, and then you're going to subtract whatever your physical, if it was 4, then you're going to subtract 4. So that'll net out. And then you're just going to roll a 1d6 because its rating is 4. So it adds 4, you subtract 4. So you're basically just rolling a 1d6.
So I'm not even going to bother.
Yep, that's fine. And just roll a 1d6 and you're good.
Am I just rolling the house die again then?
No, just the damage die. You still have to roll the damage die, but the modifiers cancel each other out.
Okay.
Okay, so now give yourself a physical wound with a 2 on it.
Okay.
All right. But after that happens, you kind of get the sense that almost like an audible sigh, like of resignation, as if the books themselves have kind of resigned themselves and given up. It's as best I can describe it. It just feels like they're done. So they're not all off the shelves. There were a handful that came out and flew at you. I need to be looking at my chat probably. Oh no, I'm good. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I wrote books suck on -2 and physical wound 1. And then, okay, so now they're kind of, death by a million paper cuts. I think Zarlis kicks one of the books and like, is there anything, did all of them come off or there's
Nope,
still some?
nope,
Is it
there's
just
still-
the ones that we're moving?
There's still a bunch on the shelf. Yep, there's still a bunch on the shelf, and they don't seem to be arranged in any particular order. So, yeah, no other messages in the spines. They're just all
Is there
sitting.
anything on the shelves that isn't a book? Like when they moved, did anything get revealed?
Let's do another roll. So this time it's going to be kind of a perception. So if you have anything that is has a higher rating for perception, go ahead and use it. But roll your 2d6 and your player rating. And let's see. And then do a
2d6 and player rating? Oh,
sorry, your main rating. So you're 3. And then do a minus -4.
-4.
Yep.
And then 2d6 again?
Yes.
Player attack protection. Okay, 2d6. Okay.
All right. Now, so that's a 3 and a 2. Roll the house die. Okay. So, couple things happen, and you can, if you invoke the house die, you would succeed in what you're doing, if you'd like to do that. You don't have to, but you can call upon the house, and you can make that a success if you'd like.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Now, what happens if you call on the house?
I mean, you get it.
It's that,
you get
don't
it.
know, do you?
You get a doom, which can be bad. It doesn't. The house will immediately act. It doesn't mean it's nobody's gonna die, maybe, but at the same time, something. Yeah, you're meaning something.
Because I got a 3, which is higher than the 2 that I got. Something.
It's gonna act. It's gonna act anyway. So I mean, yes, you would get, a doom, which could come into play later, but
So it's
the house
gonna
is already
act
going to
regardless?
act. Yep, it will. Yep, it's going to act regardless.
Does she have any reason to not use the house die then?
Only because she will get a doom, and dooms they could come into effect.
Wouldn't get a doom. Okay, right. Okay.
That's all. But it won't have an immediate impact. So it's up to her. So no invoking the house die. Just let it do what it's going to do, or.
No, I'll go. Whatever. I'll do it. I'm here to play. Let's
right.
go. I'll invoke it.
All right. So go ahead and click 1 counter on the doom at the top of your character, and
Done.
So you all feel this frigid blast of air that it almost seems to travel through each of you. And as you do that, all of the light, so the light spell, everything except the lamp stays on, but the light spell goes out completely. And as you were looking, Zarlis, on the shelf, you notice that it was really hard to tell, but behind the spines of one of the books, you see a switch, a simple switch that's behind one of the books.
Well, I think we know what has to happen now.
I push the button.
All right, you push the button.
How can you not?
So you do that, and the whole bookshelf pivots on a hinge, just enough to where it seems like, if you'd like, you could probably squeeze just behind the bookshelf.
Pivot.
We opened that door that's over in the corner yet?
No,
And see what's through there?
Nope.
No.
I'm going to look at everyone in the room and, well,
When I see that,
this or that.
when I see the bookcase move, I'm going to get up and go toward her and let's take a look, everybody. What do you think?
I agree. Secret room before normal room every day, though.
Yeah, every day, all day.
So it's a very small niche behind there. So one of you could probably squeeze behind and take a look behind there if you'd like.
Carlos, let's see what you've discovered. Let's take a look. Go ahead.
She's gonna kind of just cross her arms and
not
you first.
All right, I'll go in. Asmark will prepare to roll dice. Mm-hmm.
So Osmark, you're going to squeeze behind there. And okay. All right. You squeeze behind there and give me 1 second. So it looks like at about your shoulder height, there's a square hole that's drilled into the stone just a few inches across. Looks like it's just large enough. You know, maybe you could reach in there and see if there's something in there. Just, you know.
I'm going to look in there. Can I see anything by looking?
You feel like, you know, it's kind of like when your eyes are trying to adjust to the darkness, you can kind of make out some shape, but you can't really tell. I mean, maybe it's something flat, something that has a little bit of thickness to it, but
all right,
it's really hard to tell.
Let's reach in.
Okay. You reach in, and as you do that, I just sent you a whisper that you can describe however you'd like.
I'm going to find
So as he's doing that, is everybody else just still kind of looking around in the room, and any other investigations, thoughts while he's squeezing behind this?
I'm watching a
secret area
intently for the door, the secret door, to try and close on its own.
Okay.
So that I can interrupt it if it does. Well,
so,
I can't interrupt it. I'm kind of weak.
I pull out this book and I show it to people, and I leaf through it a little bit, and I say, this is a book I just found in this hole back here, and the cover has my name on it, and it apparently, through my initial perusing, just scanning through, this appears to be my life story written by somebody who hates me. Now, I don't like this house. And
I'm still wondering if we're in an actual house.
yeah. And I'll say, does anybody, I'll like put it in my knapsack or whatever, but if anybody wants to see this, because it's kind of weird that we just found this right here and it has my name on it, and it's very upsetting.
Is there anything else in the hole?
Nothing else was in the hole, no.
Nothing else. So I am going to share with you what this room looks like now, and so I could have described this more, but it's probably better I didn't, because you might have jumped into the other areas right away. So there is, both at the top up here and down below here, there are two other doors that go out of this room.
Oh,
so one up to the top, one down, and then one to the right in the corner by the bookshelf.
And the one in the one on the right in the corner is the one we saw in the picture that was
that's right
across. Yeah.
Yep, you just didn't. Yeah. Yep. Right. That's right.
Now is this is right? Can I draw on this? Yeah, I can draw on this.
Yeah, you can. Yep.
Is this here where we twisted the opening of the thing right there?
So yeah, that bookshelf, that the secret area is right behind the bookshelf. Now that you can see it. That little cutaway.
Okay.
Yep.
So there wasn't a room per se. There was just a little secret area. Okay.
Just a little. Yeah. It looks a little bigger in this picture, but it was a pretty small little secret niche.
All right. Well, we have 3 doors, everybody. What do you guys think?
And don't forget about a room full of bodies if we want to go check that out.
Oh yeah, that's true. This door here.
That's true. Huh?
The one on the bottom goes to that direction. Might not go all the way through, but it goes that direction.
We'll poke our head in and see. Anyone opposed to me trying to open the bottom door?
Nope. Go ahead.
I will open the bottom door to see if that leads to the skeleton room again.
It opens to another room, but not the skeleton room that you're thinking of.
Okay.
But do you kind of?
Yeah, because that's going to be the in the first room. Remember that it'll be that far.
Oh yeah, that'll be like the in between.
Yeah.
I mean, you can kind of tell it's not that room, but would you like to open it further to see what's in there?
Yes.
Okay. So you open it, and this is, certainly a room of death. It looks like a taxidermist is most prized possessions. Animal heads all over every wall. There's smaller stuffed beasts on tables, as you can see, 2 bearskin rugs on otherwise, stone bare floors. And the most striking specimen is mounted on the wall directly across from the fireplace. It's the head of an impressively large buck with antlers rising up in an almost massive, impossible, intricately tangled crown.
Oh boy.
Looks fake to me because there's a rabbit with horns on there too. Something I've never seen before.
Are there actually guns hanging on the wall in this room, or is that just the picture?
Oh, I don't know what guns are, but yeah, there's something that looks strange. Yeah, there's those, whatever's in that room is definitely there.
Okay.
Those things look kind of weapony. Maybe we should check them out. I mean, even if you didn't know what a gun was, you'd look at that and go, well, that's got to be some kind of weapon. Even if you thought it was just that you would beat somebody with the butt of it, or whatever, like if you didn't know what it was.
Well, they seem inefficient. I mean, if you look at them, the one end is smooth metal, which is hard to grip, so you're not going to hit them with the fatter end, and then the smooth metal won't do a lot of damage because it's not sharpened well, apparently made by a very poorly skilled blacksmith of some sort.
Well, they are on prominent display, which leads me to believe there's something going on.
But I've seen mothers display children's drawings on parchment.
That is an excellent point.
And
there's
their kitchen,
nothing going on there. You've got a great point.
Perhaps it's some child's first attempt at blacksmithing.
I'm going to go in and study this crazy ass looking deer.
Okay.
Osbert will go remove one of the odd shaped objects on the wall that we were just speaking about and study it. And is there any way for him to determine what the hell this thing is?
Okay. So you're kind of walking up over and you're kind of looking at whatever that is above the shelf, these objects. You start to pull it down, and as Spantula starts walking over towards the buck, as you get a little bit closer to it, Spantula, the buck, its mouth opens wide and it emits this incredible roar, and its neck just elongates with this crunching, wet noise. And as you do that, its head starts twisting around in this, almost as if it's going to completely come off of its neck. And I need you to first give me a defense roll. So if you have any kind of physical defense, you can use that instead of your normal rating.
Okay.
And if you have any boons for defense, do it. And if not, let's see. Then
I'm wounded, so I get a bane automatically, don't I?
Oh, right. You do. Yeah. If you have a wound, you get an automatic bane. And do a -5 for this attack.
Whoa. All right. And then, hold on. Let me read something.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's a -3. I misread that. So it's -3.
Not -8. Did you know they stack if you click on more than one?
that makes sense.
-15.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah. Well, I just said that because I wouldn't have taken the -5 off if I didn't double click it. All right. Let's go.
All right.
So 3 and a 1.
So do you have to take off your 5? Is it a bane?
Sure.
Okay.
It is a bane.
All right, so 4, so 5. So all right, so you have a 3 and a 1. Go ahead and roll the house die.
Host die. Yeah.
Okay. So it does. The house does not act, but it does. It does hit you, and do a 1d6, and I need to do a +5
For damage.
No, I keep saying that. It's a +3 for damage, and then whatever your defense is, you can subtract.
So my defense is 4. I think it is. Just say, yeah, 4, and then a -3, right?
Yep.
Yes. And
Actually, I think I screwed that up. Let's try this because it's doing damage. 1d6 +3. You have a 4
yeah,
-4. So what would that have been? What was your actual roll? 5?
5. Yeah.
So it would be a 4. I think it's going to be a wound of 4.
Jesus, I'm getting beat up.
I'm in love with the fact that there's a jackalope on the wall.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. So let's see. And this thing, based on what you're seeing and how far its neck is extending, you all get the sense it's going to be able to reach anywhere in the room.
Oh,
So it's just literally like it's coming out of the wall. You can hear the crunching of tissue and flesh and bones. So you all, I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's somewhat similar to round. You all can decide. You can attack, you can run, you can do whatever you want, but tell me what you all you can like to do.
I think Zarlis is going to reach in and grab him and pull him back and get
Okay.
him out of there. And then she's going to cast a Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
So how do we want to do the healing?
So what I want to do is, Spantula, you have 2 wounds, right?
I got 4 wounds.
Well, I'm sorry, but you have 2 separate wounds, right?
Yeah, I got mental issues and physical issues.
So you can choose to try to do a cure wound on either wound. The challenge is going to be basically whatever the wound is. If it's a 4, you're going to have to subtract 4. So you're going to roll 2d6 plus your overall rating, and then minus the value of the wound. So whichever wound you want to go after, the harder one or the less challenging one, but that's how we'll do the cure wounds.
if you
Okay.
guys didn't know this already, you can click on where our names are on the camera. You can click on the person's little icon, and you can look at their character sheet.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
And Spangela's physical wound is stupid deer.
That's really, I actually did not know you could click on that. You're saying in the picture.
Yeah, in the camera. So you know how you can Zarlis let us know earlier we could change our name by clicking on it, and then I just started clicking on everything.
Oh, that's
And I
awesome.
noticed if you click on someone else's,
Oh, if you click on their
Icon.
little character picture.
yeah, their little
Oh,
character
neat.
picture, then you
That's
get
easy.
their character sheet.
Does somebody have a dog? That's,
It's not me.
it's okay.
Yeah,
No.
sorry.
Oh, no problem. I just kept hearing like, where is that? Okay.
I just thought it was in the house.
So go ahead, Zarlis, if you want to go ahead and pull him and try to do a cure
Okay,
wounds on
so
him, you're welcome
do I
to.
get to add a boon because I'm using a spell slot? Or is it just simply the, like,
Let
so it's
me.
2d6. I have 7 plus 2d6. So
Yep.
and I'm using a spell slot to do that. So
I'm looking at your character sheet just to see how I had set that up. Attacks with short bow, shield, blessing of the trickster you used. Oh, we can take that off because you used that. Yeah, in this case, it wouldn't be a boon, but you can use. Yeah, you would just use your. Let's see, what is your rating? Strength-based. You know, actually, you know what? For your wounds, I will let you do a boon on. I'm not sure I'll do it all the time, but yes, use a boon on this one, and yeah.
okay, so do I use the? So I use the +3 then, right? and then
Yep.
a boon,
And then a minus whatever the value of the wound is.
then a boon, and then -4.
Yes.
Okay. Don't do me dirty this time. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh
I'm
my
out.
gosh. But what was the,
I'm out.
but what did you have to get?
This game sucks.
I mean, well, 7.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I was forgetting that's always that. So go ahead and roll the house die. And yeah, let's clear that out first and then roll a house die.
So he doesn't get any healing.
Not right now. Nope.
What kind of
Yeah, that's kind
0?
of.
I like it. Oh, you haven't rolled yet. Oh my god.
So he would get healing if she invokes the house.
Nah, I mean, okay. I don't understand. Yeah, okay.
Well, it's just you're trying to do a spell in a house that hates
no,
you. So I mean,
it's a brain switch from D&D where it's like,
I understand.
I'm gonna cast that spell and it works. So it's like,
I understand. I understand. And so I was trying to give you a little more like, okay, this should work, but it didn't. So, so as you do that, you hear whispering that's just very faintly throughout the room. And as you're hearing the whispering, Lance, you hear your word your name whispered very softly, and it just goes away.
Somebody just said my name.
So Zarlis tried to pull. She pulled Spatula back. She tried to cast Cure Wounds. What are other folks doing as this deer seems to be wanting to go after anything in the room?
So Osmark, when he sees the deer activated and Zarla's pulling Spatula out, he will in fact continue to grab a odd-shaped object from above the fireplace mantle and run out of the room with it.
Okay, you can do that. All right. What, Lance? What are you doing?
He was already out of there before he grabbed that weapon that we don't know what it is.
Okay.
I was heading out as soon as that thing started going sideways.
Okay, Spatula, are you going to keep going in the direction that Zarlis was taking you? Are you guys all
absolutely
exiting the stage left? Okay. All right.
Staked
All right. So,
by a bunch of antlers.
so you're able to get back into the library and take a breath. And as you do that, this is probably a good time to talk about. So when you do get a chance to rest for a bit, you do have the opportunity to try to heal a wound yourself, but you can only do it like once a day, basically. So anyone that's wounded, you can try to go ahead and roll against your wound and see if you can heal it as well.
Can other people help other people that way?
If you have something that arguably would, either part of your character, if somebody has some type of medicine trait, I'd let you guys have a boon to help.
But you should have some reason to do it. Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody does want to, so you're out of the room, you're back in the library. I'll kind of stop this one.
I'll definitely try and heal my wound.
Okay. I'll put up the library again for a second. So you see another image. Okay, so go ahead. I want to make sure I'm doing this right, but I think it's pretty similar. You're going to want to roll against your wound. You're not going to do a boon in your case, but you're going to roll 2d6. Books suck. Sorry, I just saw Zarlis's. So go ahead and roll the 2d6 plus your 3. And then minus whatever the value of your wound that you want to try to overcome.
Here we go. Double roll, everybody.
Nope. It would be a...
And so that's 3 and a 3. So always roll the house die. So so you need basically a 2 on the house die would be very, very good. All right, so it acts, but you could use it and heal your wound.
I'm definitely.
You
gonna
could
use it.
call it on house. Okay. So give yourself a doom, but you do heal that wound, and you can take it away.
Nice.
And Acer, if you want to, if you're, you can go ahead and roll yours too if you'd like.
Yeah.
See, the nice thing about this is it's not me. It's not me screwing around with anybody's roll. I love that. It's and so go ahead and do. You can clear that and then roll the house die. Zarlis.
I'm sure you figured out a DM dice mod for this already.
So if we're resting, can I?
He's
use
taking it
Arcane?
easy on us. He doesn't pull out the DM dice mod until next session.
Right?
I just got to see how you react first. You know how hard can I be here? You know.
Can I do
So that was
Arcane
house.
recovery?
So you.
That was the house die.
Okay, got it. Oh yes, you absolutely can, Lance.
So now my wound goes away, right?
It does. It goes away completely.
Okay. Books still suck, but less.
Books suck.
Yep.
I'm still a little bit crazy, but I'm no longer bleeding all over the place.
Nice.
Nice.
And is there a place to on your character sheet to check that you did that?
That you did what? Which I'm sorry.
So they both use their like one-time heal thing. Is there a checkbox or a marker that you know so you remember that?
There should be. I put a counter under special ability. So above your arcane recovery, there's a 1. So just click the minus and it'll be gone.
Oh, I see. Yep. Okay.
So it's the best. So that should work.
And
So like
is that called second wind for everybody, or do I just
Nope.
have that as?
you just have that.
So
Why do you see? Do you
so
see
on
that?
my character sheet, I have the one, the counter and second wind. But if I use second wind, how do I then signify that?
Well, the counter is it was supposed to be 1 for second wind. So you click it down to 0, meaning you've used it. And then if you ever refresh it, we'll populate it again with 1.
But then don't I also get the same thing these guys get, which is a one-time per day heal?
That is, the one way I thought of that we could do that is just make a note in your wound that you've done it. And then we can keep track of it. But I think you'll have to just make a little note in the wound that you tried it.
Can I add another? I can just add another thing, and one of them can be, you know what I mean. One of them can be that, and one of them can be second wind.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever,
All right, cool.
Whatever works.
All right, very good.
Okay. All right. As everyone's taking a bit of a breath, we've got, as you all pointed out, you've got the nice little room with the bodies that is way back where. You've got the door that's to the left as you're looking straight ahead, and you've got the door to the right of the bookshelf.
I opened a door and a deer tried to kill me. I'm gonna. Every time I do something like this, it's really not good. But someone else's turn for now.
So we have the left door, the center door, or the door through the room, which we just came out of, which we maybe don't want to go back in there right yet.
Yeah, I mean, other than the door that you just went through that was bad, you've got 3 doors, right? The one you came in, the one to the left, and then the one to the right of the bookshelf.
All right. Osmerk will bravely open this door here.
Okay.
Lance will be close behind him to help if needed.
Okay. So it's unlocked, and it opens to an arched passageway. And it looks like, hold on one second. So there's stairs that start from the door that you're opening that go down. That looks like it'd be a passageway, probably about 30 feet long by about 12 feet wide of fitted stones.
I just turn around and say, are we going to level 2, guys? Or what do you want?
We should open the other door in this room first.
Okay. I'll come back out, and then, because I agree, we should go to the, to the left there.
Exhaust our options.
Yeah, go over here.
Okay.
God, that
So-
drawing thing is crude.
Yes, it is. Give me 1 second. And as you open it, Zarlis, I'm going to whisper something to you.
Oh, I mean, you don't have to. I'm like okay with that. Like, it's cool.
So 1 second. Okay. So you open it and it opens into a room that one of you is very familiar with. But not you, Osmerk.
It's not me.
No.
Lance is close behind him, looking over his shoulder.
Okay.
I think Zarlis's jaw just drops and she starts shaking her head. She's like, no, we can't be back here. No.
Is it your childhood bedroom or what is it?
She kind of steps aside, and in this room, you guys see this. You know, in the movie Alien, where she finds the laboratory that has all of the different versions of her in those big bubble things?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
That is a very fucking
It's
creepy scene.
basically that, but it's not glass. They're actually like liquid bubbles that are just suspended in air, and there's like prisoners, I think. I don't know. Am I stretching that too far? Is there stuff in it, or is it just the bubbles?
There's nothing in it, but yes,
Okay,
just the
so yeah,
bubbles.
it's
yes,
just
yes.
the basically empty bubbles that are kind of suspended in air. And she looks and she goes, this is a prison. We were trapped in these bubbles. We had to escape. And I assume there's probably maybe even a couple of them where, like, maybe there's like one spot where it looks like one is broken and the floor is like soaking wet or something. And yeah,
Absolutely.
We are in the Matrix.
no, it wasn't someplace called the Matrix. It was. I never even really knew where it, but I woke up there and
So
Had to-
so when you say we, do you think all of us were also there?
no,
Oh,
not you. We,
okay.
as in the people I was with at this time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And not no. But we had to figure out how to pop the bubbles from the inside to escape. And we could see the others in there, but there's no one in this prison. But I think she kind of just like maybe sticks her head in the door a little bit and looks around and sees if there's anything else.
The only thing that's odd to you that you don't remember is as you look straight into the room and to the left, there shouldn't be a door there, but it looks like further into the room off to the left, there looks like there's a door leading out of that room.
Okay. There's another door. That door wasn't there before. It's a new door. This door was there before because we got out and then we left through this door. But this door didn't lead to this library, though, so it was not the same, but the same.
I don't like it.
I also don't like it. Do we want to go check it out? Or are you comfortable
Yeah,
going in there?
of course.
I mean,
I can't stop wanting to know what the hell. So, because there's nobody in the bubbles and there's nothing moving around in there, at least not yet.
Well,
So I
I'm-
shall step in.
I'm concerned about our friend over here, Zarlis, because like I said I've seen some shit already inside this house. So I'll make sure she's all right with seeing some shit inside this house.
I mean, it's not so much. I mean, it's extremely disturbing, but it's more just shocking because why is this here? This shouldn't be here. At least I don't think it should. But I'm fine. I'll be okay. It just was jarring.
Alright. As we're
Somebody
walking, I'm gonna
popping
ask her like,
bubbles?
how did you pop that bubble? By the way, just in case, you know.
It was different for everyone that did. I was able to pop the one I was in because when I had all of my weapons and everything removed from me, they didn't remove some of my hair pieces. And she points up to her hair, and you see that Zarlis's hair is up in this crazy mess of like these very intricate braids, and all through her hair are these teeny tiny little they're like little crescent moons in this like deep purple amethyst color stone. She's got like 10 of them stuck in her hair inside all these braids, and she reaches up and kind of pulls on one, and it pulls out, and it's an old school like pin style hair barrette thing. She's like, I used one of these to pop my bubble, and then I was able to free the others.
Good to know.
So what are we doing, Osmerk? Are we...
Yeah, I'm going in
Where-
the room, and I'm going to closely examine the burst bubble,
Okay.
and to see if I can learn anything beyond what we've already discussed. And then after that, I will move on to other intact bubbles and try to verify that they are in fact empty.
They're exactly what Zarlis described, exactly as she remembers them. In fact, they look exactly the same as the bubbles that she's seen. If she could tell that they were the same, she believes in her whole heart that this is the exact room that she was in.
All right. And is there anything else in there besides these pods or whatever?
Only the door that's to the left as you kind of go into the room and to the left. That's it.
All right.
Anything else that she remembers is there, but that's it.
So let's
You're our door guy.
what do you think, Zarlis? Is it your inclination to want to burst these other bubbles or to just not do anything?
I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say I was curious. But there's
Well, why
nothing
don't you
in there.
use your
so-
little hairpin there and burst one of these other bubbles, and then if that goes well, we'll burst them all.
I think instead of using her hairpin, just 'cause she doesn't want to get that close to him, she's gonna step back and pull out her short bow and take a shot
Nice.
at one of them with her bow.
Oh, all
Because
right.
I don't want to touch this one now. I
Let me
learned my
make
lesson.
sure Osmerk is standing behind Zarlis,
Okay.
and this errant arrow gets flown from her bow.
So you shoot your bow and the arrow flies true, being the good marksman that you are, and it does pierce. And what does it do to the bubble? Does it break apart? Does it burst? You hit it squarely like you did with the pin.
Yeah. When I hit it with the pin, when I was trapped inside of it, it was like kind of this like tearing sound.
Okay.
And then it was almost like it tore, kind of like the way a balloon does when you pop a balloon full of water, but it didn't instantly drop. It tore, and it made this tearing sound, and this outer layer kind of came off of it, and then all of a sudden it just poosh, down to the ground, and you're just sitting in a pile of water.
That's pretty much exactly what happens with the arrow.
Become born again.
All right.
Born again.
What-
All right,
what are
so
we-
there's
what are we
another
thinking?
door.
There is.
So I'll go open the door.
Okay. So the door is unlocked, and as you open the door, you see, stand by 1 second.
Stand by.
That's right. So as you open this room, you see what appears to be a new casket of dark wood that's atop this pedestal in the middle of the room. And you see a mirror hanging on the wall, draped in black cloth. Flowers, vases all over the room. And there are a few pages of handwritten notes on the table over by the door. And as you're kind of walking in the room, you actually didn't see them right away, but then they slowly started almost becoming this translucent procession of mourners that are slowly walking by and passing by the coffin. And it's almost as if they're seeing the figure within. Even though the casket's closed, it appears that they're walking by almost as if they're paying their respects. And as they kind of walk through, you can just kind of you can just hear this quiet, mournful music, almost if it's playing on a loop as they're walking through and looking at this casket. Most of them are older, but there's a couple of middle-aged, and there's also some younger kids as well.
Do they appear to notice me?
Not at all. Yeah, they don't appear to notice you at all.
Well, I'll go in and just sort of observe this while the rest of my party files in, if they so choose.
Lance will go to the table and check out the notes.
Are the mourners like real, or do they look like ghosts?
They're translucent. They almost appeared, so they look like ghosts to you. It's almost like they started appearing and walking around the casket.
Try and see if I can see into the mirror without touching anything. Like I'm not pulling the black cover off of it. But
okay.
I'll kind of see if I can get a sneak peek of what the mirror's reflecting, looking for something out of the ordinary.
Gotcha. So while you're doing that, I am going to pull up the notes that he sees. Actually, do I have this one? I should. I don't. So give me 1 second. And let's do this. All right. Oh, I did have it there. I thought I did. So go ahead. I'll let you read this. There's a lot here, and I will. So if you can, hopefully you can read that, Lance. And if not, I can give you a cleaner copy if you want me to put it somewhere. Why don't I put it in Discord? I'll leave that up for the folks watching on YouTube, those still watching. And I will put this in a text to you.
I can read it.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
Okay. Well, the side says it's eulogy crossed out, and then it's got I can't begin to, and then crossed out. My father was, and then crossed out. Then it says, when I think of my father, and then after that is my father was not crossed out, and that's crossed out. So it goes, when I think of my father, when I was asked to give this eulogy, my father was a cruel? No. Hard? No. Stern? No. Strong man, a strict disciplinarian. He was loved by all, beloved by none. My beloved father taught me the value of scritchy, scratch stuff out.
Scritchy, scratch. Exactly.
And then on the next one, it says, the dark brooding of my father haunts me to this day. Becoming a man under his hateful, tortured gaze was difficult, like living in a nation in the grip of an aging tyrant. He shaped what my brother became and my sister, and obviously me. His presence and his actions explain much of my mother, but not all. It serves little purpose to hate or fear someone who is dead, and yet, scritchy scratches. When I was young, I found a notebook of his in which his talk about his great plan and his elaborate work. I could not understand what I read at the time, and as a man, I only remember a few words and phrases. Hunger, destiny, key of all flesh. But what I remember most clearly is this phrase. It wears a human face.
Jesus.
And there was something about the cellar. When I asked him about it, God, why did I do that? I was young and did not understand. He bellowed, "Do not interfere with the great work. It is more important than you." Or
I.
Oh, you or I. Okay, wow. You or I. There was probably more and probably violence, but I don't remember. Just the suggestion of my unimportance, and it wears a human face. As would disappear for days at a time. He would disappear for days at a time. Those times were welcome, and I stopped asking Mother where he had gone or how long before he got back. She never really answered anyways, and when he would return, he acted as if he'd never left. I didn't understand as a child, but now as a man, perhaps I do, a little. This was his house, after all. I will walk these dark, lonely halls with the certainty that his dreadful gaze is always upon me. He always stands just behind and above my shoulder. I can't do this.
So, after that, Spatula, you do go look in, and the mirror, I mean, it looks like a pretty large size, but normal mirror. You don't notice anything unusual with it as you kind of look behind the cloth.
All right. I still won't touch the cloth.
Okay. Did we lose Osmerk, or did he just go? Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Are we doing anything else? I will share this again.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything else. I mean, I kind of do, but
I know you do.
So here's the thing. I want to pull the cloth off the mirror.
Spatula kind of did and looked behind.
Wants to pull the cloth off the mirror.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious. I also want to open the coffin.
yeah, I want to open the coffin too, but I'm too scared to do it.
Completionist.
So don't ever watch me play a video game. I'm like the least entertaining person because I'm like, wait, what's under that piece of grass? So Zarlis is going to go. Perhaps we should see what's inside.
All right.
I deal with
I'll
death
stand
often.
over here.
Yeah,
Which
Lance
way
will
does the
join
lid
her.
open?
It
Like, which way
opens
does it look like it opens?
kind of to the left. Like
Okay,
if you,
so,
it's on like
like,
it's hinged.
The back of it will hinge up towards that woman with her hands
Yeah,
covered?
exactly.
Okay, so perhaps we should all stand on this side of it and open it this way.
That's a good call.
I'll help.
Yeah, open it so
Yeah,
that when the
I'll
lid
help too.
goes the other way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
lid goes away from us.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. All right.
I will assist. I will open one side and she can open the other.
Yep.
Okay. So it takes a bit of effort, but as you open the lid, you open it, and as you do so, you see Osmerk
Oh, don't look
in the
very-
casket.
It's me. Fuck me.
Did
It's
you
Osmerk.
helped me open it too, right?
I did. Yeah, but also
yeah, so you
remember
don't
that,
even get to I don't even get to say don't look.
that,
And there-
that book was about me, and now I'm there in the thing. Am
and
I
there may-
dead, or do I look like I've been desiccated, or do I look like it's just me that you could
Kind of looks you look peaceful, but you absolutely look dead, and there may be some whispers to
Yeah,
maybe
I-
not.
Yeah,
I will say out loud, it wears a human face.
Oh my
I
god!
just heard a whisper saying that, so do we
Yeah,
want
me
to peel its
too.
face off? Your face
Yeah.
off?
Well,
The
I'm gonna
dead
at
use
least
face off?
I'm gonna try to open one of its eyes with my fingers.
Do you have any children?
Wake up, Osmark.
And as you go to what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to pull out his eyes? Is that what I heard?
No.
I don't think he
Open
said
his
pull out his
eyelid.
eyes.
You want to touch his eyelid? So as you go to do that,
open
your finger's just about to touch his eyelid, and we're gonna stop for the evening.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh my
So-
god.
Okay.
So now are we
Okay.
playing, did we decide every Thursday or every other Thursday?
I think so, but I'm totally open if you guys want to do every other week. I'm happy to do. We can decide right here if you guys want to
Do you
do.
think it's going to be?
I mean, honestly, this is. I mean, a lot of times this is done like within a big campaign, so I'm running it more as a one shot. Just depends on how much you guys enjoy it. If you like it, if you don't. I mean, I could see it going 3 or 4 sessions, or could be a
We
little
could just do
longer.
every week. That's
Halloween,
fine.
yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay.
We could finish up right before Halloween. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
because that'll put us on. If we do every week, it'll do 14, 21, 28, and then that's Halloween. We could actually finish in 3-4 sessions.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's big, but at the same time, could come back later. You know, who knows? Maybe you
Well,
finish,
yeah,
maybe you
even if
don't.
we don't finish up,
Yeah.
that's fine. I mean, if it goes
Totally.
another week, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm digging it. It's an interesting.
Do you guys like? I mean,
house
is
we
it?
found ourselves trapped
Has
in.
it been interesting? I mean, the mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
It's different, but good. I hope you guys enjoyed
14,
it. Good.
21, 28.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
it.
So
Oh,
Until you said we were taking a break, I didn't realize I was tense.
Yeah.
Fucking
Good.
tense the whole time.
I hope so. I want to get you guys into it, so you get a little scary. So good.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's interesting. I mean,
All
we're
right.
definitely learning our lessons. You know, shooting arrows from far away and opening things in directions that won't let weird monsters fly out at us.
Yes, exactly. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks for having
All
me.
right, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna sign off, even though I'm not really streaming. I might do a little bit more to show them a bit. So you guys might want to sign off. But
Okay.
thanks,
See you
guys.
guys next week.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
So those of you that are still watching on YouTube, I'm gonna pause this if I can do it and show you how I've been running this. So first of all, let me get off the big screen. There we go. Okay. So I thought briefly I'd show you what I've been looking at. I've been trying not to stare at the screen, but this is what I'm using to run the game. So this is the Darkest House. Here's the map. So this is the map of what we went through tonight. There's the main Darkest House, which is all these rooms. We started over here in Pater. Spoilers, so please don't watch this if you want to play it. But they went through, started in the living room, went to the lightless hall, the boundless room, the room with the hidden elevator. They started going over here and they stopped, which was probably good. Then they went back to the library, the familiar room, which is one of the rooms that they've been to as a character. And then they went to Lying in State. So they did touch the trophy room and they had to run back out of there, which was smart because they would have gotten killed probably in there. But anyway, you click on any of these rooms and it opens up in the app. You have downloadable images. You can click on the image and share it. I put them all into Roll in advance so that those were all already in there. As you look at the room yourself, you can click on any of these links and it pulls up the image, or not the image, the text. And if there's anything like there's any handouts, it's awesome. You can actually click and you'll see here's another handout, like a download. Actually, they don't have this yet. So anyway, it's I think it's a really cool system. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it a little bit. And I will sign off. I hope to see you around for session 2. Thanks for watching.